Lord Jesus Christ, and welcome to St. Cyril Methodius Ukrainian Orthodox Church in downtown Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Father Gregory, the pastor. It's good to be with you this Sunday, December 1st. 24 days till Christmas, but that's for another time. Last night at Vespers, we heard how God, through the prophet Nahum, healed the Ninevites of the sickness of impiety. Often in the Orthodox Church, when we talk about piety, we equate that rather simplistically, I think, but understandably enough, with the externals of faith. Saying our prayers every morning, reading the scriptures, keeping the fast, attending liturgy, crossing ourselves at the right time, all of this. I don't want to in any way minimize that. All has its place. But in fact, piety is, in the true sense, is a much deeper reality than that. To be pious is to obey the fifth commandment, to honor our father and mothers, not just our fathers and mothers in a biological sense, but also those who went before us in faith, those who delivered the faith to us, who transmitted the faith to us. This, I think, has become something of a problem with Orthodoxy in America, is that we have become very impious. We are suffering from the sickness of impiety. That doesn't mean we don't do the things we're supposed to do. It doesn't mean that we don't say our prayers. It doesn't mean we don't attend liturgy or keep the fast. But that somehow that has become disassociated or removed from reverence, respect for those who have gone before us in faith. I often think that there isn't an Orthodox parish in the United States that's 75 or 100 years old that wasn't founded by so-called ethnic or cradle Orthodox Christians, and specifically by their evangelical fervor. They built these churches by evangelizing among their own family members, their own countrymen. They invested a great deal of sweat equity and financial resources. They were in every way exemplary Orthodox Christians in regards to building the church. And yet they didn't do this in the way that I might do this today. That said, I am the heir of their hard work, and I owe them respect. I owe them reverence and consideration. The form this often takes, or this lack of piety takes in an American context, is the attempt to sort of Americanize the parish. Try to pretend that, in fact, the parish didn't receive the faith from a particular community, that somehow the faith that we have is the faith that we found in books and not the faith of those people who went before us. We see this when we try to make the church not Ukrainian or not Greek or not Arab or whatever we try to not make it to be. But in fact, we, all of us, have received the faith embedded within a particular ethnic tradition, particular customs, and to the degree that we are able to do so, we should not only respect those customs, but try to foster them, to keep them alive. To be sure, that doesn't mean that I have to become Ukrainian any more than a Ukrainian has to become a Mexican. But it does mean that we need to have respect for our ancestors according to the faith. It's really very as simple as that. There is a curious American thing that we sometimes run into, which is the idea that here in America, we correct the shortcomings of the old world. Now, on one level, that certainly is true. But on another level, it also has led to this sort of a contempt or a lack of piety for the old world and for the old ways. So what we have to do is learn to strike a balance. We need to repent of our impiety, of our lack of respect for those who delivered the faith to us, and stop trying to make the faith something disincarnate, something stripped of all of its past and reduced to the kind of faith that we would find in books. Well, I'm gonna stop there because frankly I'm getting tired and it's a long morning today. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about the Orthodox faith, why don't you come to St. Cyril Methodius at 1020 Regent Street in downtown Madison this morning for liturgy at 9:30? If you're not in the Madison area, well, why don't you try to find an Orthodox church in where you are and get a look at it? And you know what? It might be a little strange for you. It might be a little too Greek or Ukrainian or Arab or Russian or Romanian or Bulgarian or whatever, but that's okay. That's okay. Just be patient with yourself and other people and see what it is that you can learn. All right. Well, you have a very good Sunday. Take care. God bless you. And I look forward to talking to you again next week. Bye-bye.